Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody, everybody. Figured I'd start just a little early or get things kicked off just a little early. And here we are. Color balance looks a little off. Sorry about that. Oh, I will be right back. Hey, there we are, folks. So, got a lot to talk about. I'm going to take some notes here because I am a little later than I had hoped to be doing doing any prep for this because I had to do some family stuff before this. How's everybody doing? Yes, yes. Hey, guys. All right. Hello, Echo. Yes, absolutely. So, yep, please give the stream a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Definitely helps. Oh, wait, got a light I still got to turn on. Hopefully, there we go. Even brighter. Very cool. Looking a little yellow, but yeah, you know. Hey, guys, or a little orange, rather. How's it going? It is a steamy one outside. We got a thunderstorm coming through. Um, if I get cut off, it's because of the thunderstorm. So yeah, there you go. Yes, so gonna wait for a few more people. Hey, Darren, cheers. The fingers, cheers. Area 51, Slot Man Cave. Everybody's coming in. Everybody's coming in. So just a few words because people sometimes get confused about these. Unless you're watching this now at 4 p.m. East Coast time, and let me see what the time zone is. My world clock. Here we go. London, 9 p.m. It says, will you focus? This is the times. There we go. Look at that. The times as they are now. 4 p.m. New York Eastern time zone. 9 p.m. London. It is 1 p.m. in Seattle. It is 10 p.m. in Barcelona and 6 a.m. in Melbourne. Good day, everybody in Melbourne. You have both. DeFinger says he has both of the Nissans. He got them from LEB. Thank you very much for ordering them from LEB. I really appreciate that. Greetings. It is in Sunderland. 9 p.m. Was that work out to be 2100? That's 11 o'clock at night in Sunderland, England. Really? Why does it say? Is it a different time zone from London? I find that hard to believe. Is my world clock wrong on my iPhone? How could that be? Anyway, this is live now. If you're watching this now and it's Sunday afternoon East Coast time, this is live. At any other time, this is a replay. So if you're watching this any other day of the week, it's a replay. You can't comment live. I'm not going to be around necessarily to comment live. I know a lot of people get confused about that. That's perfectly fine. Wait, got another light here I haven't turned on. There we go. There we go. Let there be light. Not getting phone updates. Yeah, I know. Anyway, sorry, I'm not my Plymouth, UK. Very cool. Cheers. Thanks for showing up, everybody. 27 people already in the chat. So we got a lot to cover this week. I stirred up quite the hornet's nest with some comments about, hey, Garth, with some comments that I was just passing along about prices coming out of China going up yet again. And they are. I got a word from a friend who's in the toy business that prices for this fall's toys, so this Christmas season, shipping coming out of China has gone up another $10,000 per container. So that's up to about $30,000 per container now for shipping coming out of the Orient, coming out of China. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I there's I'm not people I think took it the wrong way. I'm just bringing you the news, right? I'm not making a personal comment when I tell you this or that's happening. Um, I think we have too much chaos going around in the world. Politically, here in the U.S., it's been a mess. It's been, frankly, a nightmare. Um, I I like to one of the ways I enjoy the hobby is to bring news to you all from the hobby. It's just I know I'm weird. Like, who likes to do news? I like to do news. I do it in real life. So um, I personally I think it's horrible that we have to have things made in China. Um, I would prefer we didn't. I'm not happy about that. Me saying a fact of why things have gone up does not mean that I personally think that's a good idea, guys. And I know most of the people here probably understand that because they know where I'm coming from. I do have strong political beliefs. I do not talk about them to people I don't know. Um, it's not a good policy to have as a person, frankly. And I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about straight economics of prices. I'm not talking about if political leaders are to blame. None of that. I know this is hard to understand for some people, but that is not my motive. This is a very long disclaimer. I understand that. But I do want to be absolutely perfectly clear about my motives when I am presenting the news. That is all I am doing. All right. I don't think it's good that we have to have things made there. There's a number of reasons why things are made there, um, and it's just a fact. So now that all that is out of the way, there are several things that are going to make our lives crappier as slot car fans, because let's face it, most slot cars do come from China, right? Move the camera over just a little bit. Exactly. Yes. So I am talking only about slot cars. All references to any political party, even political parties that I may agree with, will be deleted from comments because I people say something and then someone, probably me, feels like I have to defend or rebut or whatever. There's a lot of places you can do that. This is not one of those places. Um, I like to talk about certain topics. I am not going into politics here. And as viewers, you will not be allowed to go into politics here. It will be removed, not because I don't like you or not because I don't even agree or disagree with your politics, but because I want this to be a place where we can all enjoy toy cars, just toy cars. And if I venture into some of the economic things that are happening around toy cars, which, by the way, I'm going to talk about in a second, that is not open field for a discussion about politics. If you want to discuss politics, go away. Even if I agree with you, I am not going to discuss politics here. I want to keep this I want to keep this informative. I do want to keep this light but real, but this is not going to devolve into political nonsense because people just don't listen to each other and it ruins the discussion that you might have, a goodwill discussion you might have with people. So it's a long way around to saying it. If you feel like blaming somebody here, and I don't care what political party it is, you're going to get definitely removed, probably banned. Don't do it. You're not welcome to do it here. I don't care if I'm related to you, and I'm not. It's going to be removed. Anyway, folks. So we are okay, we're staying clear. So anyway, back to slot cars. So Hornby, Hornby are having problems that we already knew about, and one just came up that we didn't know about. Sorry, had to get a drink of water. There's no politics in slot car racing. There's no crying in baseball. Damn it, that's how it is. Anyway, yes. So slot car news, hot off the press. I got to look at my phone because I was just sent a text about Hornby's stock prices. Okay, hold on a second. Can I still? It's still here. Yes, it's still here. This is from a friend of mine who is in the business, in the toy business, sent me this link. It is simply Wall Street, simplywall.st. Okay. Headline. So I'm reading this from a website here. This is not me saying this. This is not me running anybody down. Hornby have lost 52% of the value in their stock as stock drops 19% in the past week. Holy shit. There's no other word for it. Holy shit. Taking the occasional loss comes as part and parcel with investing in the stock market. Anyone who held Hornby PLC over the last years knows what a loser feels like. In that relatively short period, the share price has plunged 52%. Holy shit. Long-term shareholders haven't suffered as badly, but still, they've lost half of their... How that's not as badly, I'll never know. Furthermore, it's down 36% in about a quarter. That's not fun for the holders. Something. So it goes on to, talk about a few other things. So yes, this is business related. This is economics, but this is, as slot car consumers, we only really have two products, two brands. Jeez, COVID brain. Two brands available to us as beginning hobbyists or as families. There is Carrera, there is Scalextric here in the US, and most other places. So, hey, that's Slot Car Guy. Hey, Travis. So here's the deal. They've lost half of the value in stock price in the last few years. They've lost 19%. What did I say in the last quarter? Jesus, this is horrendous. We don't need, and I'm not saying Hornby has gone out of business. This is not Dave saying Hornby has gone out of business. But I'm telling you, this is a bad thing for the hobby. We need competition. Even at the lower end, their prices are pretty damn high now, right? We all know that. Hornby is the company that owns Scalextric. This blanked me. The company name Hornby, Hornby, is the company I worked for. They own Scalextric. They own Airfix. They own Corgi. They own Poker. Pocher is a diecast company. They own Humbrol Paints, and they produce the brands Scalextric, Airfix, that sort of stuff. So this is not good news. Any way around it, with Hornby's price, with the company that runs the Scalextric brand having serious financial issues, still, they were having issues when I was working there. And this is bad. This is really bad. We need competition between we need brands to compete for the beginner end, for the base hobby when you first get into the hobby, for sets, for basic cars. You need all of that in the hobby to really support the hobby. You need that entryway. And we can't just have Carrera. We need Skelectric as well. We don't have. Now I'm talking about. I know all the HO guys are screaming, "Holy shit, Dave! What are you doing? You're forgetting to talk about HO." I get that. I get it. But and I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention to chat. Um, SCX is not kaput. I see Gerardo making a comment there. SCX is not kaput. So, but my point is, we need people to be able to get into the hobby. We all know that, and we need a vibrant market of beginners slot cars and sets to get people into the hobby. Now, Skelectric have raised their base prices quite a bit. I don't know why Carrera hasn't. I do know why, and someone had been offering, um, been asking rather about why Skelectric is out of stock of track everywhere. Um, I mean, it could be that they're having problems with getting track made in the Orient. It could be that they're just trying to sell through the inventory that they had in the UK, because I know when here in the US we would be getting fulfillment for the track pieces that we would then sell to the dealers, because I worked for the US distribution arm. I did work for Hornby for Skelectric. Well, I worked for all the brands. I was US brand manager. So, but I did work for Hornby UK, just in the US division. I don't know how you want to put it. So we would get our like our boxes of track, our blisters of track from UK, the UK shipment. They wouldn't usually come directly from China. So they're probably trying to ship out. They're probably trying to blast through all of the pieces of track that they had, I guess, and keep the inventory fairly tight. I frankly don't know why they're out of a lot of track pieces. And they've been out of track pieces for months and months and months, and in some cases, maybe even years for certain track pieces. I will be doing a video. Um, yes, as Travis says, please give the stream a like. Please follow Travis. That slot car guy. Travis is a great guy. He's one of my partners in crime, as is Massimo. We need to get together again and discuss some stuff, and bring Boone in here too. And we have oh, he just, oh my God, COVID brain. Oh, and we got a lot of folks. Fast Sports. Hey, John Kitt is here. Very good. Um, Brad is here. I saw there's a lot of guys that are part of the community of streamers, and we got to all support each other, guys. Home Racing World. Um, we got a lot of folks in the business now of doing streaming that we need to support. I know that was a little bit of change up, but just seeing the comments here, we really need to support each other and share. Not, I'm not in this just for my likes and my viewers. I'm in this to help grow the entire hobby. I really am, and I know Travis enjoys what he's doing for the hobby, and I know Massimo does, and there's a lot of folks that really have their best intentions. They really love the hobby, as I do, and there's more and more of us streaming now and doing videos now. I will be doing a video soon, because I'm off tomorrow actually too, and if we don't get a tornado, which we very well may, because that's what they're calling for here tomorrow, I'm probably going to be doing a video about the next topic, which is why in the wide world of freaking sports can you not make Skelectric track any more than 2 lanes wide for analog? Because you can't. They don't have a multi-lane start for anything more than 2 lanes. Now, if you want to do a back to front with putting one of the start track pieces on the inside and then running the power cords onto the track, which sounds like a really dumbass way to do it, but you can do that to make 4 powered lanes. But Skelectric does not have a way to make analog multiple lanes. You can make their track up to 8 lanes wide, but you can't use 8 lanes in analog unless you wire something in, which is a very small percentage of the market. Now, I know people here would be a rather large percentage of that market. They may have tracks that are rewired. They may have, aftermarket controller stations. But as a manufacturer, you need to be able to support, if you make multiple lanes for analog, you need to be able to support that. Why? Why do they not have multiple track lanes starter pieces that you can make an 8-lane analog track right out of the box? Why, I ask you? I don't know. Yes, I'm fired up about it. Sorry, I'm not. I haven't been paying attention to chat, but I wanted to get started with a real solid topic here, folks. I will be doing a separate video about this later this week because so basically they've been pushing the idea that well, rather than have people do analog multiple lanes, why not have them do digital multiple lanes? Okay, fine. Try to find a Scalextric digital chip. I'll wait right here. You can't do it. They're out of stock. They've been out of stock, as far as I know, since I worked there, and even before. I think I probably I forget how many hundred it was. It was all of what we had at one point. I had a dealer approach me, one of my dealers. I had I had 8 dealers that I was a sales rep for. So I put in their orders. So I had the biggest 8 or so dealers in the US, and one of them said, "Okay, I want every digital chip you have, the standard DPR door chip. I want all of them. Sell me every piece." So I did, and he bought hundreds and hundreds of chips. To the best of my knowledge, they're still out of digital chips because I've been getting emails from a dealer or two that they can't get digital chips. They can't get track pieces from Scalextric. So if you're pushing people toward digital to do multiple lanes, why in the wide world of sports do you not make digital damn chips? Why? Why don't you make multiple start lane pieces? Why? You can make Scalextric track up to 8 lanes wide. Funny story. I know I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm sorry, guys. So funny story. Right when I started at Scalextric, I was in it wasn't a board meeting. It was a meeting of all the top people at the company at Hornby who make Scalextric, Airfix, blah 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 blah. So I was there, and we were talking about some of the things that the U.S. wanted, some of the products that the U.S. wanted, right? So they said, what are some of the products that you guys would like? We listed a whole bunch of things, and one of the things we listed was we wanted a multi-lane start piece so you could have, multiple lanes of track in analog. So because you can do up to 8 lanes wide. So I asked them, because I was getting the impression that the folks that were in the meeting with me, all of the top people at the company, by the way, didn't know how many lanes wide you could make Scalextric track and analog. What? I asked in the meeting. This is, mind you, this is why they let me go 2 years later. I asked them in the meeting. I said, so guys, just throwing this out there because I wanted to confirm it in my own mind too. I just started the company about 3 weeks before, or 4 weeks, maybe a month before. I said, so how many lanes wide can you make our track? And I looked around the table and no one answered. And I was asking the people that the people from the US knew, but the people from England was who I was asking, because we were in England at the headquarters for Scalextric for Hornby, and nobody knew. And I said, well, you can make our track 8 lanes wide. I got the impression that nobody knew that. They haven't had a multi-lane start track since before I worked for the company, for God's sake. How are you doing business like this? Yeah, sorry, Travis. Sorry. I get it's sad too, but I mean, people, for me and for all of you all in the chat, working at a slot car company, you would think would be like this dream job. So much of the time, it's just frustration. I mean, it's nearly no playing with toys. It's talking about the things that I talk to you all about. It's talking about the economic things, talking about the things that you all never think about. But talking about things like this, having these meetings where I would sit there and I would say, okay, well, we need this or we need that. And why do you need it? And that's what they would say was, okay, you want a multiple lane start track piece. Yes, we can design one. How many will you sell? Well, how the hell are you supposed to answer that question? If you haven't had one for years and you're trying to sell a product that you haven't had for years, you need to make, when you're in business, this is the soft underbelly of the job that most folks who think it would be fun at a slot car company, this is why it's not. Because you get held to account. You say, okay, we need to make something, right? We need to make a car. They say, great. You want to make a Cheetah? You want to make a Cuda, Dave? And I said, yes. You want to make a Cuda? How many can you sell? Well, if you're talking about a car, we have a pretty good idea how many pieces of a good car will sell in the US, right? You have a general sense. A really good car will sell more than 1,500 pieces. So more than 1,500 individual cars of what I'm just holding this up because it's at hand, will sell about more than 1,500 pieces, probably 2,000 of a good Skeletric car will sell in the US of like a Trans Am car or some cars that I'm going to open here because we have a special edition of what's in the box. So you get held to account when you start throwing out this crazy crap that you want to make. Oh, what do you want to make? Oh, I want to make a chicane turn piece. And so hold on. So this is the prototype, and I've talked about this before. This is the prototype, or the first one. Oh, it's not going to show here, is it? No, it's stupid. So this is the first Carrera. They called it what do they call it? A squeeze or something. It was not supposed to be a chicane piece like this. This was the first one that they made. What it was supposed to do was fit inside the standard curve and be an actual hairpin, not a chicane like this. So when I said to Carrera, okay, what do you, this is what I want to make. And I described it. First of all, they got it wrong because this is what they made. This is not what I asked for. This is good, but it's not what I asked for. They said the first thing they said, okay, great. It sounds like a good idea. How many can you sell? That's the first question that you get asked when you suggest one of these things. So all the stuff, guys, that you all suggest in every forum everywhere, when you say, hey, let's make this, hey, let's make that, wouldn't it be great if some company would make this or that? The first question that gets asked, how many can you sell? And as a brand manager or a North American marketing manager, like I was for Carrera, they said, okay, how many of these, because this is the whole thing that you get. I think this is all of it. Yeah, this is all of it. Except there's more these awful hard rubber, which is not what I asked for. Hard rubber tires, I asked for foam, like the SCX foam tires, not hard rubber. So I said, well, I don't know how many will sell. We've never sold a track piece like this before. Because until this, they hadn't made a track piece like this. So we guessed. I said 450 pieces. Sounded like a good number. It was complete bullshit. I was just making up a number. That's most of what business is. Being able to sound convincing when you don't know exactly what you're saying, but be authoritative about it. But then they hold you to that. So if it doesn't sell 450 pieces, you're going to get a stern look or two. You won't get fired probably, but they'll give you crap. So when we said about how many pieces of a multiple lane start. When they asked me at Skelectric, how many pieces of a multiple lane start track piece will you sell? Well, shit, there's no way to know that. You're just throwing things at. I mean, like, just give me a break with this. You make an educated guess, and we told them, like, I don't know, 400 pieces. There's no way to know really. So I'm going to be doing a video about this a little later this week, because I don't know. It feels like the time has come that we need to talk about this a little more, because I'm getting a lot of questions. Yes, Fast Sports. Yes, John. Monogram did have curved chicanes, exactly. Yeah, I didn't think I was reinventing the wheel, by the way. I just wanted to add more organic shape track pieces, the racing line kind of track pieces. I wanted to add those into the system. I did the corner lane changes for digital as well. That was my idea as well, to add in more track pieces that when you put them in the system, it looked like a more organic racing line. I'm, like not like constant lane spacing, just organic. That's, I keep coming back to that word. I'm sorry. But so that's what it looked like. So this is what you do when you're doing product development. And this is what I did for the company and all the companies I had worked for. Anyway, so Jake, man, Dave, I wish could have helped you more selling more of those. Yeah, I know. Well, it's okay, Jake. Jake worked for Hot Slots, one of the biggest slot car dealers ever. Before they closed down, they were one of the places in the world, frankly, to visit. I think the first or second biggest or third biggest dealer in the U.S. for many, many years. Anyway, so I know I kind of got off on a rant there about Hornby Skelectric. When I say Hornby, I mean Skelectric. So their stock is dropping. So there's a lot of market influences now. We all know about their high prices. We all have different opinions. I'm on the outside now, so all I have is an opinion. It's an educated opinion, but it's still a guess about why they've raised prices. I don't know. I don't ask the folks there who I still talk with from time to time. I don't want to put them on a spot because I don't want to be a dick and say, hey, what's going on with the company? Jesus Christ, you guys are really screwing things up, blah, 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 blah. But I really want them to do well. There needs to be the basic stuff for people. There needs to be the people with companies with entry level stuff to get new people into the hobby. So all the complaining that people are doing, it's mainly hobbyists who are complaining about, well, it's mainly hobbyists that I'm talking to, I should say that, who are complaining about the cost of Skelectric. Well, yeah, it's gotten more expensive, and people will say, well, I'd rather buy an NSR or slot it than a Skelectric car. Well, okay, well, you're probably going to buy one of those more likely anyway than you are a Skelectric car. So let's just shut up about that, because that's ridiculous thinking, right? You probably bought some of the Skelectric stuff. You probably bought more of the higher end stuff, or you do scratch building and you're totally out in left field because not that many people do true scratch building anymore. So anyway, let's look at a couple questions here. Garth asks, yes. Garth asks, are you still going to Gaydon? Yes, I am. I'm feeling pretty good. As you can tell, I'm feeling kind of feisty today. I had a health scare earlier in the week. It was pretty bad. I was in the emergency room for a couple hours, and yeah, it was pretty bad. But I'm fine now. I'm feeling really good. And the trip to England is on. Thank God. Hold on a second. Trip to England is on still. I will fly out Friday. Thursday we land in England Friday morning. The show is Saturday and Sunday. I plan to be at the show both days. So while I'm there, I think LEB bought me a shirt to wear. that they might have gotten embroidered. I'm not sure, so I don't know what shirt. I'll talk about this right before I go. I'll probably do maybe like a little mini live stream just as I'm getting on the plane. If you're in England, if you're at the show and you want to meet, I'll definitely have the flat hat, the flat cap that I wear sometimes, the gray one. I'll have that on. I'm not a big guy. I kind of stand out, I guess. So I'm not a tall guy. So if you want to hang out, I'm really looking forward to meeting folks over there. And if you want to tell me that I'm full of shit, fine. Let's talk about it. If you want to say hi, I'm going to have stickers with me. I'm going to be giving them away. And I'm just eager to talk to people who may want to talk to me. If you don't, I'm not there like I'm some big dude, whatever. I'm just going to have fun. And if there are folks that want to chat while I'm there, I'd love to chat. So don't feel bad about stopping me, or if you recognize me or whatever. I'd love to talk to you. So yes, still going to England. So let me see here. 512. Oh yeah, 5.12. Yes, 5.12. Yeah, I'm shocked at the number of people watching the channel now, and the new subs keep going up, and I'm at holy shit, I'm at 94 people watching now. That's crazy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean the channel's still growing like crazy, and I mean it's you folks watching. I can't thank you all enough. I mean, let's face it, it's not exactly the most visually pleasing thing to look at. I talk about toy cars, and I'm, kind of lumpy. So anyway, but I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm having a little too much fun now. Let me see here. Oh, what do we got here? Well, anyway, folks. Okay, so we're halfway. Looks like we're halfway here. Moving the chair. A little noisy. I'm sorry. Okay. It's time for everybody's favorite game show. The famous in song and story. Wait for it. What's in the box? Yes. Mac. Hey, very cool, Mac. Yes, I will be there. I can't wait. Yeah. And I've been getting a list of people who are showing up. I have appointments, or I have, in general, talk with Simon from Skelextric, and Stephen from Staffs UK is going to be there. Of course, British hobbyist company, distributor for all kinds of stuff. Excuse me. And Maurizio from Slottit's going to be there. So I'm really excited to talk with them again. Monty Hall of slot cars. I think I'd prefer the Yoda of slot cars. If we would meet, John, you'd probably see why, because vertically challenged and all. So, what's in the box? I know what's in the. Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. So there are 4 slot cars in here. One of them, I don't know why it's in here. Okay. So we got. Okay, that's it. What's in the box? Box is gone. So we'll start with the. Is it the least interesting, most ridiculous thing that has been made? Most ridiculous, whatever. My stature is not measured in inches. You're damn right it isn't. I wish it were. It is. This is the single edition. Yes, if you're buying this, you're definitely single in the U.S. This is the single car edition of the Only Fools and whatever they are. Only Fools and Horses. The 3-wheel. This is not a Reliant Robin. This is a Reliant Regal super van. Folks overseas know what this is. In the US, we only know it because of, say it all together now in chat, everybody. I know it's going to take a couple seconds. We all know it because of what? Top Gear. The original Top Gear. It's a cool little model. They did a good job, I think anyway. I'm not a huge, well, Mr. Bean sort of, yes. Top Gear, exactly. I was thinking Top Gear, John. Sorry, John. I think they did a really nice job with the model. To my eye, it looks like it's supposed to. I like the weathering effect that they did on the paint or the tampo printing. I'm not really sure how they did this. It doesn't matter. As a model, I really like this. As a slot car, I believe they've sold these well in England. I believe this is a fairly regarded show in England, very well regarded show in England. This is, they told me we talked about this when I still worked at the company, that they were going to do this. And I said, I literally put my head and hit the desk when we were in the meeting. And I said, yeah, okay, I understand that this will sell in England. They said, well, they asked, what's the first question, everybody, that you get asked if you talk about a new product? How many will you sell? They asked me that because they said, okay, everybody, or they said, it was the three of us from the US. Okay, you're going to get this for the US. You're going to get this little weirdo, this little nutcase of a car, schizophrenic automotive idiocy. This little thing, you're going to get this in the US. How many can you sell? We pretty much told them we didn't want it at all. And I was serious. I told them I was so pissed. But I wasn't, because I understand that this will sell in England. But it's almost like it's a waste of time. How many will you sell? Thank you, Area 51. I think we asked for as little as we could get, which is usually somewhere around 50 pieces, whatever the case quantity is. I don't know how many's in a case of Skelector cars. I forget, 12. So like 48 cars, like, 4 cases or something, like nearly none, basically. We asked them for as little as possible of this car. Yes, under 50, exactly. Not under $50, mind you, under 50 pieces. Making this car in the US probably one of the most exclusive, least available slot cars just about ever. Think about that for a collector. See, it's all a matter of perspective, guys. I love this as a model. I love this as a product for, it's got great packaging. They're getting the Camaro going, don't worry. It's got great packaging. It's got great brand recognition. If we were in the US like Knight Rider, for example. Okay, sign me up. Bluesmobile. Sure. Sign me up, right? But this over there is fairly popular, I guess. For us, it's a clunker. It's ridiculous waste of time and effort to sell. But they're going to have some here, not many. I think it's worth getting. If you're a Skelector collector, if you just want some little novelty nonsense car, this is a perfect thing for me to have in my little village here that I'm going to be making, and to have as a little truck, a little service truck or something, just as little scenery. It's a great little model. But this is a prime example of having the wrong product in a market, and you just can't expect this to sell. Like literally, if they sold more than 40 pieces of this easily in the US, I would be surprised. 40 individual of these cars, I would be surprised. Maybe they blew through them all. If they brought in any more than about 50 of these, it's too many. Anyway, guys. Okay. So what else came in this box? Corvettes did, plural, which is great. So I have a really great looking. Now where's the prototype here? Where's this guy? Get that out of the way. Where are we? Where'd it go? Holy, hey, there it is. Crazy. I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old and feeble-minded. Okay, so this is a prototype that I've had for more than a year now, or about a year now. What differences do we see? What differences do I see? Well, the car has Michelin on the tires. It's got all the same decoration parts, all the same decoration bits. This one, oh, very valuable. Very valuable. It'll be hard to see. Look at the taillights. Look at my taillights on the prototype. They're not red. Whoa, baby. This is a rare one. I have painted. Actually, they're better on this. This is actually pretty interesting, guys. So on the taillights, there's little black sections. See how close I can get it. You can see it, individual parts are there, or individual paint between each taillight section. This is not. This is just one solid piece of red plastic. So this is actually pretty different. What else? The yellow's different. There's two different colors. This one's more pale yellow. This one's a brighter yellow, or a more saturated, I guess. Yeah, definitely different. So definitely the taillights. That looks to be the only difference, but that's cool because this one's got clear taillights and little black details and more detail, actually. I'll take pictures of these and show you on my my Instagram and online. Wow, 100 people. Holy shit, guys. Please hit the like button. Please, please, please. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so that's the differences. And that's very cool that that the prototype actually does have some real differences. Okay, so that yellow car showed up. And oddly, two gray ones have shown up. What? I think they made a mistake and gave me two. They look the same. They got to be the same. Okay, so what's in the box was a little Reliant, the yellow regular production run, the gray regular production run Corvette, and another gray Corvette. So you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to give this away. So what I'm going to do, since we got so many people here, after the stream is done, you're going to be able to share the stream. So what I'd like you to do is share the link to the stream on social media, and then tag me on Facebook, rather. Tag me on Facebook, Dave M. Kennedy. That's me on Facebook. And if I see that you've shared it, I'll put the name into the hat, and I will pick one name, arbitrarily, randomly, with no pretense of any scientific anything. You will have a chance to win this Corvette, the Skellector Corvette, that was never even taken out of the plastic. I promise. It was still in the plastic. And okay. So it was out of the plastic. It was never run. Seriously. Share the link to this video after the stream is over, and for a chance to win this Corvette. I will ship it to you. I don't care where you live. I'll pick someone's name, and there you go for free, because Skellector shipped me two by mistake, I guess. So please, you go under the video. There will be the little arrow on the bottom right, kind of under it, that says share. Just share it and tag me on Facebook in the link, and or in the post, and for a chance to win one of the gray Corvettes. Very cool. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Wow. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the shares. I really appreciate it. So we got some more news. So it's too bad for those two people that just left. And I'll find out more about this this week, I guess. The 512 Ferrari that Slotted is doing. I'm not sure if that car in real life. I don't know for sure if it had the prancing horse on it, the shield, the yellow shield. I believe at least the U.S. Releases of that car won't have the shield on it. But again, I'm not sure because in the pictures it doesn't. The pictures that Slotted have released, it doesn't, and I'm not sure that was intentional. I don't really. I'm talking out of my what because I don't honestly know if the car had them in real life. I couldn't tell you. If it did, it did. If it didn't, it didn't. Whatever. But in the U.S., I believe it won't have that. I don't know about the rest of the world. So let's just hold on to that news. Let's not freak out about that anytime soon. But anyway, so yeah. So that car, I believe, is going to be the one of the next cars that Slotted release. I think it's going to be this summer that they release it. So I don't think it's going to be a fall release here in the US. We have been getting quite a few cars earlier than even the European market. We've been getting a lot of stuff fairly early. I don't know why. We've been getting shipments of them early from China, but we have. I mean, we've been benefiting from getting some nice stuff here early. So Christian Hari asks, did I receive the new 2022 Carrera catalog? No. I downloaded it, and I should do a video about it. It's really weird that they've waited so long until May. I've never seen this before to finish the catalog. Normally, when we were in New York for Toy Fair, we would give out the catalogs, the U.S. catalogs. They would be shipped over from the printer in China, and we would give them out to dealers at least. So to not have a catalog until May is pretty much unheard of. I did look at the catalog. It's profoundly disappointing that there are no new track pieces. I think there are no new accessories, if I'm right. There is kind of a Lego-based, building block-based system that they've kind of introduced. I think that's a great idea. If it stays together, it's fine. Meaning holds together, not the product line figuratively, literally. If it holds together, that's cool. I mean, we knew about a lot of the cars that were coming already because the stuff was leaked or released early in the year. There wasn't really a whole lot that was new that I guess was in there. Just disappointing. The number of releases is just pretty low again. They've been gradually moving back and back and back the number of releases they have each year. Sorry. So it's disappointing to see the number of releases for anywhere, frankly, but that was a US catalog, I guess. Constantly just going down. There's a new Torino in there, which is great. There's new Superbirds or Superbird. I think there's a new Roadrunner in there. I can't remember exactly how many, but terribly low numbers. Again, Hornby releases something like 10 US cars a year out of 50-ish. And, Carrera is not even half of that. So it's just disappointing to see them still release so few American cars and cars overall, quite frankly. So that's my hot take. Thank you, Area 51. He just posted the link. Yeah, please go and download it there. I probably will do a video about that. You know what I should do if Travis is still here? We should get Yumi and Massimo at least, maybe Boone in there too, and do a reaction stream like we did get on the StreamYard thing together, or just do a whatever. We should do another talk. We should do a reaction piece because I think it's I just think it's pretty disappointing, for them to not just have any more track pieces. Like they made that the last one they made, as far as I know, if I'm remembering right, is the the corner chicane that I convinced them to make. It's just disappointing, frankly, that they're not even really trying anymore to really, go after much more of the market, or I don't know. They're doing something with Hot Wheels, which is interesting. Travis talked about that. Please, if you don't already follow Travis, that Slot Car Guy, please go to his channel. He does great content, and he did a video, or basically a reaction video to the information about that HO, or about the I believe it's a 1/43 scale set that they're going to do kind of in a partnership with Hot Wheels. Now Hot Wheels had some 1/43 scale sets out the last year that I was working for Carrera. I went and found one at a local store in New Jersey, and I bought one. I think it was a Toys R Us, and the quality of it was trash. It was really poorly made track. This was a 1/43 scale Hot Wheels branded slot car track. I'm talking about something that was released years ago. Okay. So it was really disappointing to see the quality on that Hot Wheels slot car track was really low. The plastic wasn't great plastic. It felt like it was really brittle. The bottom side of a track piece was really, really rough, which just, it didn't affect the top side. But, the back of a product like that, you want it to have a certain finished look to it. Like, because it wasn't a cheap set. I think it was maybe $100. You want it to have a certain quality look to it. It looked really low quality. The wiring was just garbage. It was really, really the insulation around the wire was really stiff. That's stiff. That's what she said. And it was really poor quality. So I'm really hoping that, if they're making a branded set that's co-marketing with Carrera, that this is at least the Carrera quality that, folks are used to. Okay, so Murray Adam asks, and this is a good question because I knew Brian real well. Dave, have you heard anything about Carrera in Canada since their rep sadly passed away? Saw a comment somewhere where they seem to have disappeared in the market. Yes, so last year, Brian Chevertkin, who was the rep for all of Eastern Canada from Ontario, including all of Ontario, east the whole way out to the Maritimes, actually out to Newfoundland as well. Although he never went out to Newfoundland. He was the rep, and I don't know. Everyone's having problems getting Carrera stuff. Carrera is not immune to the supply chain issues that we're all having, that everyone in the whole world is having. They are having these as well. Hornby is having them. Skelectric, I mean, it's been well documented. So yeah, I mean, everyone's still having all these problems. Slot Car Man Cave, who would know because he's a Carrera dealer. They said they're also having technical issues with the catalog. They also removed. Oh, really? Removed the 132, 124, and Evo versions of the Mercedes GT3 number 4 DTM. Yeah, I don't know why they might have done that. He's saying that someone said that Carrera removed a DTM card, probably a licensing issue. Um, and as hey Reese, cheers, thanks for showing up. John, Kit, Fast Sports, you need to follow Fast Sports here on YouTube as well. Says that he does know that Panther Hobbies, who I have been to, I believe they're in Mississauga. It's a suburb town city near Toronto, of course, because most things in Canada are a suburb of Toronto. Toronto's pretty big. They have tons. Panther Hobbies has tons in stock. Brian, who was a sales rep, would sell them. He would get returns of track from all over Canada. And so he would have a whole lot of extra track pieces. He would give Panther Hobbies or sell Panther Hobbies all this loose track. So they have tons and tons and tons of track pieces that are like loose that a lot of people wouldn't get. And that's why, is because they would be getting them. They're essentially used, but I mean, not, they were returned. So they were brand new. That's how I got almost all the Carrera track I had. So anyway, yeah. There, since Brian passed, there's a disconnect. Yes, that Slot Car Man Cave says that. Please also visit Slot Car Man Cave. He is one of the people, and if Oscar is here as well, who sells Slot Invasion US products. Please support Slot Invasion. And I still haven't gotten, although I expect to soon, the Racetrack Scenics little tower thingy that Kevin was going to send me. Very excited to get that because I'm really happy to be able to support a new small niche company that's doing some really interesting stuff for the hobby. And yeah, great. Really, really excited to see someone like them come up that has some really interesting, unique, niche products for the hobby. Because let's face it, these bigger companies, if they're having problems, we may have to be relying on some of these folks for some of the smaller stuff. Okay. Anyway, guys, sorry, I was just looking at the chat. I think that might be it. I'm starting to cough a lot. The autoimmune condition I have, it makes muscles. That's why I sound a little slurry too, maybe, in my throat and in my mouth and my tongue a little weak. So I start to cough. Anyway, guys, 100-ish people. Please, if you're here and you haven't given the stream a like, please do give it a like. And like I said before, if you'd like to have a chance to win this car, which I was sent, I believe, accidentally from Skelectric. Thank you very much to Skelectric. I'm going to be giving it away. So, like I said, if you want to have a chance to win this, please share the video on Facebook. Please tag me in the video and the post so I can see that you did it. And I'll keep a little list, and someone will win the car, and I'll ship it to you, and I'll send you stickers too if you haven't already bought stickers. So, sorry, Robert. Sorry, I've been on for about an hour. I went. Randy asks if alcohol affects my autoimmune. Yeah, just in the muscles. It doesn't make the condition worse. No. But I'm taking medicine and I feel really good now. So anyway, please watch the video on demand. So after this video, it's 5:00 East Coast time. I don't know what time it is in England. British people, let me know what time it is in England. If you're watching this video any other time other than now on Sunday, it is a replay. It's happy hour somewhere, exactly. Here soon. So if you're watching this video any other time than right now, Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m., May 15th, this is a video replay. The replay and the stream in the chat will be available Maybe I'll give a Reliant away too. How about I give the Reliant away? If you like the Reliant, breaking news. If you like the Reliant, post in the comment that you want the Reliant instead of the Corvette. Although, why the hell you would want the Reliant instead of a Corvette, I'll never know. Anyway, 2200. Yeah. So what's that? It's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 5 hours difference in the UK. So anyway, well, just share it, Jeff. I'll probably see it. Jeff Smith says, if we're not friends on Facebook, that's okay. I'll probably see it. You don't have to share it on one of the local or one of the groups or whatever. Anyway, just post it. Actually, you still can tag me, even if I'm not friends with you. You still can tag me. I don't know why, but you can. Hey, my wife. She does not want to be on camera. Neither does my son. Anyway, although she's beautiful, she's got little shorts on. You can see her cute little legs. No, she doesn't want to be on camera still. She's giggling and running away. Anyway, like I said, guys, if you really want the Reliant, I'll give you the Reliant. I'll give both of them away because why not? Anyway, folks, I really appreciate everybody stopping by, and I will be doing a video about the differences. I'll probably do a video, just a talk about the Corvettes. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So it'll probably be out. It'll be out on Monday, and yeah, I really appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for giving it a like, and see you all again soon. Play the outro music now.